Downham Market in the heart of Norfolk is similar to many towns across the country. This once flourishing market town is now seeing the effects of the cost of living crisis. On the outskirts of town, a busy food bank managed by Alex Coates is helping some of Downham Market's most in need. For Lyndon Trundle, a difficult turn of events left him struggling to stretch out his monthly budget.
I did actually have a meal last night, and that was the only meal that I had of the day. You know, the rest of it was kind of like trying to fill myself up with tea and what have you, so that my stomach hadn't shrunk to the size of a golf ball.
With dwindling resources, Lyndon has been forced to have less meals.
I tell you all this much, yeah, if you're hungry enough, you'll eat it. You will eat it, you know. There it is.
The food bank has seen a dramatic rise in usage, and as Lyndon Leake, one of the volunteers, fears there may be worse yet to come.
You know, we're just tipping the iceberg, I think, at the moment, and it can only get worse. Because unless the government actually really step forward, I don't see how we can resolve this quickly. It's a long-term project, sadly.
Alex Coates, who manages the food bank, also worries about the future for those in Downham Market.
It seems that the gap between the rich and the poor is getting wider and wider. In Downham Market we have quite a substantial amount of poor people, and people are just trying to work out whether they can afford to feed themselves or heat their homes. They are not being able to afford to do both. If people now can't afford to do what they need to do to survive and can't make ends meet on the money that they're getting, if the fuel problems and everything else keeps going up the way it is, I don't know where we're going to be in a few months' time.
With the cost of living crisis continuing with no end in sight, it seems that going forwards more people will be forced into using the food bank. One story that's resounding throughout the country, and especially here in Downham Market, is that people are having to pick between heating their house or heating their food. From Downham Market, this is Ed Crawford for GB News.